Have you ever thought that just 5 minutes after waking up could actually add years to your life? Most people, especially older adults, open their eyes in the morning only to lazily roll over, shuffle to the bathroom, and then out of habit pour themselves a hot cup of coffee. But new research, along with advice from longevity experts, reveals that the first 5 minutes of your day matter far more than you might imagine. There are a few simple, easy-to-follow habits that can deliver astonishing long-term benefits. They don't just help you feel alert right away, they could be the golden key to living healthier, staying flexible, and feeling energized for many more years. In today's video, I'm going to share 4 morning habits backed by science and practice for generations in some of the world's longest living communities. If you've ever wondered how just a few small daily changes can lead to big results, this is the answer. Watch until the end because you'll walk away with a clear, simple morning plan that can quite literally add vitality to your years and years to your life. And the surprise waiting for you at the very end might just leave you smiling for the rest of the day. Habit 1. Drinking warm water with fresh lemon. After gently stretching to wake up every muscle and joint, what you put into your body first will make a huge difference. One of the simplest yet most powerful habits you can start right now is drinking a cup of warm water with fresh lemon juice first thing in the morning, not coffee. Just one warm cup with a squeeze of fresh lemon may sound almost too simple to be important, but it's a habit that can transform your digestion and energy levels, especially for older adults. Warm lemon water doesn't just rehydrate you after a long night's rest, it also kickstarts digestion, supports gentle detoxification, and wakes up your internal organs in the most natural way. You see, after an entire night of rest, your body has been in a natural state of fasting and deep repair. When you give it something warm, light, and nourishing first thing in the morning, you're allowing that internal cleansing process to keep working before introducing heavier foods that require more energy to digest. And here's the fascinating part. Lemon, though tart on the tongue, contains natural compounds that actually support your liver, encourage healthy bile flow, and help balance your body's internal pH. Hydration becomes even more crucial as we grow older. The tricky thing is our sense of thirst fades with age. Many seniors go through their days mildly dehydrated without even knowing it, and that can cause more harm than they realize. Fatigue, dizziness, constipation, and even moments of mental fog often trace back to a simple lack of fluids. The beauty of starting in the morning with a cup of warm lemon water is that it immediately begins to restore hydration and sets a positive tone for drinking enough water throughout the day. This isn't about chasing a fad or hopping on the latest detox craze. It's about making a conscious choice to treat your body with kindness. The moment you take that first sip of warm lemon water, you're sending yourself a powerful message. I care enough about myself to start my day the right way. That small mental shift can influence everything that follows, because the way you begin your day shapes your energy, your focus, and even your mood. I'll never forget meeting Margaret, a spirited woman I spoke with at a wellness retreat in California. She was 83 years old, but carried the sparkle and vitality of someone decades younger. She told me she wasn't always like that. In her 60s, mornings felt heavy, her body felt sluggish, and she often reached for coffee just to get moving. Then on a whim, she took her granddaughter's advice to try warm lemon water instead. Over the weeks, she noticed the difference. Her mind felt clearer. Her digestion improved, and she even described feeling lighter in her own skin. It quickly became her cherished ritual. Every morning before anyone else stirred, she would sit by the window, cradle her warm cup between her hands, gaze at the quiet street outside, and whisper a soft thank you for another day. That's the beauty of this habit. It's uncomplicated, inexpensive, and entirely sustainable. No pills, no expensive gadgets, just a slice of lemon, a bit of warm water, and the simple decision to show up for yourself every single morning. When you turn this into a daily ritual, it becomes more than just a drink. It becomes a statement. It's a signal to your brain and your heart that you're starting your day with intention, self-respect, and genuine care for your well-being. If you're looking to feel more focused, lighter on your feet, and brimming with natural energy, don't underestimate this simple habit. It's not trendy, it's not expensive, and it's certainly not complicated, but it works. For many older adults, it's one of the easiest, most sustainable ways to nurture both body and mind, inside and out. Habit 2. A gentle morning stretch. Among the many things you could do within the first few minutes of waking, a gentle stretching routine might be one of the most underestimated, and yet it's a game changer. Now I can almost hear the skepticism stretching. That's too basic to matter. But here's the reality. After hours of stillness during sleep, your muscles and joints need a slow, deliberate wake-up call, not a sudden shock. Stretching acts like warm sunlight breaking through the clouds. It softens, opens, and prepares. Think of it as oiling the gears of a cherished machine before you set it in motion. As the years pass, we naturally lose some flexibility and range of motion, but that doesn't mean stiffness has to be your daily companion. Just a few minutes of focused movement can work wonders, boosting circulation, easing joint discomfort, and even improving your balance, which becomes increasingly important with age. And the best part, you don't have to contort yourself into complex yoga poses. Simple moves like slow neck rolls, relaxed shoulder circles, easy toe touches, or a seated spinal twist that are more than enough to wake up your body and let it know it's time to rise and shine. But stretching is about more than just loosening tight muscles. It's about connection. Those few quiet minutes give you the chance to tune into your own body, noticing where you feel tension, where you feel light, and where you might need extra kindness today. It's not only a physical warm-up, it's a mindful moment, a bridge between the stillness of sleep and the energy of the day ahead. That self-awareness becomes a quiet compass for the rest of your day, influencing how you move, how you sit, and how you choose to care for yourself. Over the years, I've met countless older adults who swear by their morning stretch ritual. One dear friend of mine, Edward, now 79, shared his personal routine with me. Every morning before he even sets foot on the floor, he sits on the edge of his bed, gently rolls his shoulders, reaches both arms toward the ceiling, and takes 3 slow, intentional breaths. It's not about mastering yoga poses, he told me with a smile. It's about reminding my body and my spirit that I'm still here and I still matter. That mindset is powerful. By taking just a few minutes to stretch each morning, you're telling yourself that your well-being is worth the time, that your comfort matters, and that you are in charge of your health. And here's the thing, when you repeat that act day after day, it becomes more than a simple routine. It compounds, building a foundation that supports your mobility, your mood, and even your longevity. So tomorrow morning, instead of grabbing your phone and or turning on the TV, right away, give yourself the gift of a few minutes to stretch. Let it be unhurried, let it be gentle, and most importantly, let it be yours. One mindful stretch at a time, you may just be improving the quality of your life in ways you can feel both today and years from now. If you've been finding these tips valuable so far, go ahead and drop a number 2 in the comments to let me know you're still with me. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell so you'll never miss an episode. Your support allows us to keep bringing you content designed to inform, inspire, and truly make a difference. Habit 3, deep breathing or morning meditation. Once you've hydrated your body, the next step is to calm and focus your mind. In fact, the minutes right after waking might be the most important mental reset you'll have all day. Because the state of your mind in those early moments has the power to shape your mood, influence your decisions, and even affect your blood pressure for the next 24 hours. One of the most transformative tools we have, especially as the years go by, is the simple act of deep breathing or taking a few mindful minutes for morning meditation. A lot of people imagine meditation as something mysterious, overly spiritual, or complicated. In truth, it's nothing more than the practice of being fully present, paying attention to your breath, your body, in the exact moment you're in. You don't need to twist yourself into a lotus position or chant ancient mantras. All you really need is a quiet spot, a comfortable seat, and a willingness to focus gently on your breath. That's it. Even 2 or 3 minutes can create a noticeable shift in how you feel. Why is this so valuable for older adults? As we age, our minds often carry a heavier load, worries about health, finances, loved ones, or even the ache of loneliness. Those mental burdens have a way of seeping into the body. They trigger stress hormones like cortisol, tighten our muscles, disrupt sleep, and weaken the immune system. When we take just a few minutes each morning to pause and breathe, we send our body a clear and calming message. You are safe. You are steady. You are in control. And this isn't just feel-good talk. Research shows that seniors who practice daily breathing or meditation have lower risks of heart disease, improved memory function, reduced inflammation, and even healthier brain aging. Just 5 minutes a day can create benefits that quietly build over time. Let me share the story of Robert, a 76-year-old retired school teacher from Oregon. After losing his wife, mornings became the most difficult part of his day. The silence felt heavy, and anxiety would creep in before his feet even touched the floor. Then one morning, his daughter made a simple suggestion: "Dad, just sit by the window and breathe for a few minutes." He tried it. One hand resting on his chest, the other on his lap. He counted each breath, slowly inhaling to a count of 4, exhaling to a count of 6. Over time, those quiet minutes began to replace dread with peace. His situation hadn't changed, but his relationship to it had. That's the magic of this habit. You don't need special tools, expensive equipment, or a trip to a meditation retreat. You just need to give yourself permission to slow down, to center yourself, and to start the day with calm instead of chaos. Here's the surprising truth: when you start your day wrapped in calm and stillness, everything else seems to fall into place more easily. Your thoughts feel sharper, your body feels steadier, and you meet challenges with intention instead of reacting out of impulse. So if you wake up feeling tense, scattered, or weighed down by worry, give this simple gift to yourself. Sit quietly, breathe deeply, and let yourself just be. At first, it might feel unusual, even uncomfortable, but over time, it becomes something sacred, your personal moment of stillness before the world comes rushing in. Those few minutes of breathing can become your armor when life feels hard, your anchor when emotions get stormy, and your sanctuary when everything else feels chaotic. By the time we reach our 60s, 70s, and beyond, life has already taught us that the most precious treasures aren't found in things, they're found in moments. And peace of mind is one of those treasures. The best part: it's never too late to claim it, one slow, steady breath at a time. Habit 4, morning and gratitude or reflection. Not every powerful habit involves moving your body or changing your diet. Some of the most life-changing ones begin with the heart and the mind. Just 5 minutes of morning gratitude or quiet reflection can completely reshape not only your day, but your entire outlook on life. This isn't just about feeling warm and fuzzy. It has very real, measurable effects on your health and even your longevity. Gratitude shifts your brain out of survival mode. Instead of fixating on what's missing, what hurts, or what went wrong yesterday, you redirect your attention toward what's working, what you still have, and what still matters. For older adults, this shift can be transformational. It turns the morning into a gift instead of a hurdle. It's a gentle reminder that life is still worth savoring. Yes, even with the aches, even with the losses. Science backs this up. Research has linked regular gratitude practice to lower blood pressure, stronger immune function, and improved sleep quality. People who take just a few minutes a day to reflect on what they're thankful for often report less depression and anxiety, along with deeper, more satisfying relationships. And here's the beauty: you don't need a fancy journal, a therapist, or a structured process. All it takes is a quiet moment, a deep breath, and the conscious decision to notice the good that's already in your life. Let me share the story of Henry, a retired carpenter from Oregon, now 78. Several years ago, he lost his wife, the woman he had shared 52 years of his life with. The grief was crushing. Mornings, he told me, were the hardest. He would wake up, stare at the ceiling, and feel the cold emptiness on the other side of the bed. One day, his daughter quietly placed a small notebook on his nightstand. Every morning, she said, "Write down 3 things you are grateful for." Henry almost laughed. It felt far too simple to make a difference. But the next morning, he picked up the pen anyway. The sunlight streaming through the curtains that became his first entry. The next day, he wrote the smell of fresh coffee. On the third, he scribbled about the neighbor's dog barking again. That silly mutt's still alive. Little by little, those pages began to fill. And as the days passed, something in Henry began to shift. The mornings no longer felt like a lonely reminder of what he had lost. They became a quiet celebration of what still remained. That's the real power of gratitude. It doesn't erase pain or change the facts of your life. It changes your lens. It teaches you to notice what's still growing, what's still beautiful, and what's still yours. Instead of waking to a countdown of days, you begin to see each one as a blessing. And the beautiful thing is, there's no single right way to practice gratitude. You can whisper it in prayer, think it silently while sipping tea, speak it out loud to the morning air, or jot it down in a notebook. For some, it's about cherishing the people they love. For others, it's about small, everyday gifts, a soft blanket, a crisp blue sky, a favorite song, or a memory that still makes you smile. The only real mistake is never starting it at all. So tomorrow morning, after you've stretched and taken those deep centering breaths, give yourself just 1 minute to reflect. Name one thing you're grateful for, then another and another. Pay attention to how your chest feels lighter, how your shoulders release their tension. That isn't just an emotional shift, it's your body responding. These two simple words, thank you, carry the power to heal. For many older adults, gratitude becomes the thread that connects their past to their present and ties their present to a hopeful future. It doesn't deny the existence of pain, it simply hands you a reason to keep moving forward in spite of it. If you've made it this far and these insights have resonated with you, drop a number 4 in the comments so I know you're still with me. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell. You'll never miss a new video, and your support helps us keep creating content that both informs and inspires. Final thoughts. It's tempting to believe that growing older means slowing down, giving in to limitations, and accepting less from life. But the truth we've uncovered today tells a very different story. These 4 simple habits, each taking just 5 minutes, can spark something powerful inside you. They're a daily reminder that regardless of your age, you still have influence over how you feel, how you move, and how vibrant and long your life can be. Let's be honest, when you're in your 60s, 70s, or beyond, mornings can sometimes feel like a battle. You wake up to stiffness in your joints, a mind that's still foggy, and the emotional weight of worries or memories before your day even begins. But with a little intention, just a few conscious, kind choices, those mornings can be transformed into victories. You can choose to hydrate your body with something nourishing. You can stretch gently, letting your muscles wake up with grace. You can fill your lungs with deep, steady breaths. You can shift your focus toward gratitude instead of letting worry take the lead. These aren't just tasks on a checklist, they are acts of self-respect. And here's the beautiful ripple effect. When you care for yourself in these small, deliberate ways, it changes the way you move through the world. You walk with more ease. You speak with more confidence. You meet people with warmth. You're not only strengthening your body, you're lifting your spirit. That quiet kind of strength doesn't stay hidden. Your loved ones notice it. Your friends feel it. And most importantly, you feel it in your bones and in your heart. I think of people like Henry, 78, who decided to start with just 2 of these habits, drinking water first thing and taking a 5-minute walk outside. In a matter of weeks, he felt more awake in the mornings, more present in conversations, and more alive in his own skin. He told me with a quiet smile, "It may not seem like much, but I feel like I'm waking up with purpose again." That's the magic of consistency and the beauty of starting fresh, no matter what number is printed on the calendar. So as you step into your next morning, remember, never underestimate the power of those first 5 minutes. They can clear the mental fog and awaken your muscles, settle your nerves, and plant a spark of hope that carries you through the entire day. It's never too late to feel better. It's never too late to start a new chapter. And it is absolutely never too late to live with intention. Thank you for spending this time with us today. I'd love to hear from you. Share in the comments one thing you've learned and how you'll bring it into your own mornings. Your insights mean more to us than you might imagine, and reading your stories fuels our motivation to keep creating content that matters. If you enjoyed this video and found value in it, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who could use a little inspiration to start their day. Your support allows us to continue producing uplifting, practical content to inform, encourage, and inspire. Thanks for watching, and I can't wait to see you again in the next video. Until then, may your mornings be full of energy, gratitude, and purpose.